Konnichiwa, peoples. It is not Sunday, but I forgot to do a video yesterday. I apologize, so now this is Otaku Sunday, even though it is Monday. Apologies. Going crazy. Today's Otaku Sunday review is going to be over Full Metal Alchemist, so for all you FMA fans, yeah! Okay. Full Metal Alchemist, also known as Hagane no Rinkin Jutsushi, sorry, I'm terrible at pronunciation, literally meaning Alchemist of Steel, is a Japanese manga series written and illustrated by Hiromu Arakawa. The world of Full Metal Alchemist is styled after the European Industrial Revolution, as most of y'all know. Completely awesome art style. I think the art style is it's not extremely unique necessarily, but the emotion involved in the facial features is extreme at times, and it's just very dramatic on so many levels, but it's a good dramatic. You know, it's not soap opera dramatic. Fuck soap operas. Sorry. Anyway, set in a fictional universe in which alchemy is like the most advanced scientific techniques known to man. And it follows the Elric brothers. Of course, there's Edward and Alphonse Elric. Little brother and big brother, even though big brother is so short. Shh. Get down here. Who, they want to restore their bodies after, you know, the attempt to bring their mother back to life using alchemy. That's a no-no. And they did it anyway. Bad on them. Anyway, it was serialized in Square Enix's monthly shonen Gengen magazine starting August 2001 and ending June 2010, and was collected in 27 Tenkoban volumes. It was adapted into a animated television series of 51 episodes from October 4th to 2003 to October 2nd to 2004, later followed by a film sequel that concluded the story of the anime. Full Metal Alchemist would later spawn a second series called Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, which is actually completely following the manga. For those who don't know, it completely follows the manga, which whereas the actual anime first released, it didn't necessarily follow the manga, you know, verbatim or anything like that. Okay, where am I? I'm sorry. Okay, and that first premiered in Japan on April 5th, 2009. Another feature film will follow the end of the Brotherhood. A multitude of spin-off novels, original video animations, and drama CDs, soundtracks, and video games have been adapted from the series. There's collectible cards, everything like that. I mean, figurines, merchandise out the ass. So it's awesome. And of course, you know, cosplay is so popular with FMA. It's been licensed to Viz Media for publication in the US, with 24 bound volumes released currently. Although there are no major differences with the Japanese version, some pages have been edited to avoid minor references to Western theology. Funimation Entertainment has dubbed the anime episodes in the US and Canada, and has also released them in an English-speaking DVD regions. The English version of the film premiered in a limited number of US theaters on 2006 on August 25th, and was later released on DVD. And they've also been releasing video games for the series. Anyway, they have sold around 50 million volumes as of 2010. Okay, and there has been some debate on the whole sub versus dub thing, on saying that the voice actors suck ass, but I'm sorry, I believe the voice actors who actually did the voices for the English version did a phenomenal job. I agree with many other people on saying that subbed is better than dubbed. I do not like hearing an American voice over the Japanese lip movements going on, because it doesn't match, and for one, most of the time, of course, the voices are just extremely nauseatingly terrible. But these ones, I believe, did a damn good job. I mean, very emotional, except for, of course, little brother. He sucks. Sorry, his voice just annoys me in so many ways. But otherwise, phenomenal job, I think. The plot. Again, you know, they lost their bodies trying to do a transmutation, I believe, a human transmutation, and of course they failed epically, so now they're looking for the Philosopher's Stone because they believe it will bring back their bodies and everything like that. Okay. Their father is a whole nother story. Van Hohenheim. He left home for unknown reasons, and years later, their mother, Trisha Elric, died of terminal illness, and of course they tried to bring her back. Eventually, you see his father, and all this drama plays out. I have almost watched the entire series, but due to the lack of cable and the lack of time, I have not got to watch them all. Sad. Nor the movies. Sad. Makes me want to cry. Damn, being broke. Anyway, of course, one of them becomes a state alchemist, anyway. And try to bring her back, it failed. And Edward, he sacrifices his right arm to bring back Al, which he binds to a suit of armor, as most of y'all know. And then some days later, an alchemist named Roy Mustang visits the Elric brothers and, told him to become a member of the state military to recover their bodies. And, it's kind of like most of them know what happened, but they don't discuss it since it's like a forbidden act, so it's kind of interesting on all that. Anyway, Ed becomes a state alchemist and employed by the state military Amistris, which infamously annihilated most of the Ishbalan race. Very bad. Not cool. I was very disappointed in. As far as, it's like genocide, so. But, yeah. Anyway, develops relationships with all these other characters, and then there's Scar, who kind of comes in there, who's an Ishbalan, who's kind of like Revenge, but it's weird because he's always using the name of God. Anyway. You can understand it better if you watch it better than listening to me sometimes. And then there's another race called the Homunculi and all that stuff. Anyway, it just kind of goes and following in them trying to get a Philosopher's Stone, which in turn kind of turns into something completely dramatic towards the end. I'm not going to give anything away too much because some people haven't seen it yet. But anyway, towards the end of the animated series actually becomes a movie. That's how they ended, of course, is with a movie. And it's awesomeness. So, yes, and the manga, of course, is a bit different, in which is why they created the Brotherhood series. It's following the manga completely. And, the video games are supposed to be the shiz, okay, as well as the trading cards. And there are art and guidebooks, of course, and they have merchandise out the ass. Okay. That seems to be all the information I'm getting from this. I have watched quite a lot of the series, but not all of it. Sad again. Make me cry. But anyway, again, if you haven't watched FMA before, I would highly suggest it, simply because it is such a dramatic series, and in every single episode there's always going to be some sort of development, either with the characters or with the plot. And it's not like an extremely long manga series either, or an extremely long anime series either. But it's just so dramatic, and the acting is done phenomenally, and as well as the animation is done beautifully. The Brotherhood series is a little bit different in the animation, I believe, as in I don't think they use any true black outlining, which is an interesting effect. So again, if you haven't seen it, try to make some time, just watch it, just see if you like it. It's very awesome, interesting series, very well developed and very well thought out, as in there's a lot of twist in there, as some of y'all know. Yeah, I'm not gonna say nothing because, some people just don't need to know yet until they watch it. I'm not gonna spoil it too much. So anyway, sayonara peoples. Next Otaku Sunday, maybe, will be over, maybe Soul Eater, who knows. So, sayonara, laters.